4 men have been whipped and are facing fines for their alleged homosexuality in Nigeria. Now, this is the first case that we've seen where people have been punished for their supposed sexual orientation in Nigeria after they passed the anti-gay laws. Now, I'm saying alleged because they say that, or their families say that they were forced to confess to gay acts, but there is no actual evidence. How do you even enforce this law? How do you even prove that they're gay? So they were forced to do it, and they had to be whipped in public. So the 4 were sentenced to 15 strokes plus a year's imprisonment if they failed to pay the fine, and the fine is $150 per person.
Yeah, so I mean, there was some effort I saw, and I looked. This makes you seem noble. I looked for like 40 seconds. I was like, I'll get one of these guys off right now. At least they're not going to have to go to prison with the marks on their back from being whipped for being gay. I can't imagine whatever happens then in prison is going to be exceptionally horrific. But I assume, but I read that there were some organizations that were going to try and help, and again, it doesn't take much. I mean, it's $600, and you get all 4 of these guys at least out of the prison part.
But I'm really worried about that because I'm afraid that's going to encourage them to do it more.
Right.
Because if they feel that Westerners are paying basically a ransom to get people who are gay or alleged to be gay out of prison after they've been whipped, they're going to arrest a lot more people. So it's a bad precedent. I don't know if the human rights groups are going to participate in this or not, but they obviously get that we're concerned about their citizens when they're not, right? And a lot of these areas, Sharia law is in effect. And so actually in this case, the judge, in his opinion, was being lenient because there was a mob that actually wanted to lynch them, literally, right? And in Sharia law, look, if you go to biblical law or Quranic law or whatever you want to call it, you can find it. You can find it in the Bible. You can find it in the Quran of stone the people that you disagree with, etc., and that you think broke God's law. And here they were supposed to get, according to their interpretation of Sharia law, a stoning or a lethal injection for being gay. And actually, the cops had to fire into the air to keep the mob away from murdering them on the spot. So in some insane way, the guys who whipped them saved their lives.
Saved their lives, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you could see a judge thinking like, I have to appease this crowd, and here's a way I can appease this crowd, and you guys still walk out of here.
And to the point of the judge's leniency, Cenk, I mean, there's so much wrong with this story, but one thing that bothered me too, they waived their right to counsel because they felt like they'd get a better shot at it just negotiating directly with the judge. But then it's like, okay, what the hell went on in this interrogation? Because obviously, as you said, they said it was coerced and everything was, forced out of him anyway.
And I know you're a lawyer, Ebony, but I think that
You don't think the lawyers would have helped him out too much?
I don't think
I know, that was my knee-jerk. I know. I was applying a Western standard there for a second.
I can imagine. Your Honor, you don't actually have any evidence of anything.
Noted. Right.
Okay. Like as Anna said, there's no video, there's no nothing. There's just BS. Like we don't like these guys for whatever. We have no idea if they're actually gay or not.
It's a really scary climate because you can just accuse someone of being gay just because you don't like them. I mean, it's a witch hunt in Nigeria right now, and it's scary to know that people are living under those conditions.